on now. Why don't you come on in this place? Why don't you come on in this place? Why don't you sing out? Come on in this place. Woo! Come on into SLCA. We're gonna have a good time. Come on in this place. We're gonna have a good time. Come on in this place. We're gonna have a good time. Yes, we are. Come on in this place. Come on into SLCA. Come on, raise it. Raising our consciousness. Come on in this place. Woo! Raising our consciousness. Come on in this place. That's what we do. Raising our consciousness. Come on in this place. Woo! Come on into SLCA. We're gonna know the truth. Come on in this place. We're gonna know the truth. Come on in this place. Yeah, we're gonna know the truth. Come on in this place. Come on into SLCA. Come on into SLCA. Yeah. Have a seat. Thank you.
Thank you, Penelope. Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I am Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am your minister here. And I love you all. We have a wonderful service in store for you today. If you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube Live, please like and share this broadcast so we can continue to spread the good news of new thought and science of mind out into the world. We have a wonderful treat for you. It is Reverend Naana Ifesinachi. Naana, she is your speaker today, and I'll tell you a little bit more about her a little later on. If you are visiting here for the first time, or you're visiting and you haven't been here in a long time, please see a welcome team member out in the hallway for a gift, especially for you. I'm going to read through the affirmation, and then I'm going to invite you to join me as we read it in one voice. All right. Today and always, I expand my awareness of Spirit's consciousness within me. As I expand my awareness of this truth, I find love, peace, guidance, and strength. For I have faith that Spirit supports me in every moment and in every circumstance. The divine I am is forever revealing the path before me and filling my heart with calm assurance. Spirit's love constantly renews my consciousness, and all of my experiences become an opportunity to express divine love, harmony, and joy. So those viewing, I invite you to see this with us. Let's fill the very atmosphere of the entire world with this affirmation. For we know that we are energy, we know that we are vibration, so let's say it in one voice together. Yes? Yes. All right. Today and always, I expand my awareness of Spirit's consciousness within me. As I expand my awareness of this truth, I find love, peace, guidance, and strength. For I have faith that Spirit supports me in every moment and in every circumstance. The divine I am is forever revealing the path before me and filling my heart with calm assurance. Spirit's love constantly renews my consciousness, and all of my experience becomes an opportunity to express divine love, harmony, and joy. And so it is. And so we are. And so we have a few announcements, and one of the first things I want to tell you about is the intention setting through music workshop this afternoon by our beloved Penelope Williams. At the
You're
beginning, well, actually at the end in December, we did our white stone and burning bowl ceremony, and a lot of us set intentions to stone. We etched it in stone. This is our intention for the year as we move forward. And so Penelope is going to help us with those intentions or any other types of words that we want to bring forth into music. And we know this maestra of a music instructor can definitely help us do that. All right. And next Sunday is Potluck Sunday. And we have some wonderful cooks here at SLCA. So bring your favorite dish. Come, let us commune together with family. It is also Easter Sunday, and I will definitely give you something to spiritually nourish yourself on as far as a new thought talk about Easter and the resurrection, because we all know we are born again each and every day in spirit if we choose to be so. All right. On the 15th, starting the 15th, we will start a new Foundations of Science of Mind and Spirit, and that will be led by our very own Reverend Avon Drummond, and that will be online. All right. So I will see you shortly.
I invite our practitioner forward as we prepare for our invocation.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know. Take a deep breath with me now. Breathing in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Knowing that that is truly the breath of God that is breathing you. And this morning, let's make sure we invoke that spirit. We know we are that spirit and the spirit is us. But we want to intentionally invoke that spirit throughout our body temple, which is the temple of God. Because when we intentionally invoke this spirit, we can feel it. We can feel it. And that's when we can be still and know that there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, whole, and complete. I am one in and as this life. And just as I speak this truth for myself, I speak it for everyone in this room, anyone who can hear my voice, anyone who's ever existed or ever will exist in this universe. Because there is only one life. And right here and right now, I just give thanks for the Center, Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, for the senior minister, Jean Bell, all the practitioners, the members, the guests, everyone who takes part into making this a reality. And I know that as we invoke the Spirit of God within us, we are guided and directed to make the right decisions at the right time, surrounded by the right people, places, and things. Because we are spiritual beings, having a spiritual experience in human form. I give so much thanks just for being. And I release these words into the universal mind of the Most God, knowing that it's already done. And together we say, and so it is. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know.
This is a fun little song, and listen closely because you'll have a chance to sing at the end. I was walking along, getting my steps. It was an ordinary afternoon. I cranked my mental space to wide, wide, wide open, 'cause I wanna let everything through that pleases me, delights me, makes my eyes go wide and my heart grow bigger, just because I like to feel there's a way. Raise your vibration, make yourself happy. Raise your vibration, do what makes you feel happy. Everyone I see looks so happy, walking to their own beat. But her is pushing the limit of what she can do. He is riding, sliding, gliding on easy street, and that pleases me, delights me, makes my eyes go wide and my heart grow bigger, just because I like to feel there's a way. Raise your vibration, make yourself happy. Raise your vibration, do what makes you feel happy. One more time. Raise your vibration. There you go. Make yourself happy. All right. Raise your vibration, do what makes you feel happy. All right. Da
Soto.
Thank you.
An original song. I love that. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you. All right. Now, I know so many of you already know our wonderful Reverend Ifesinachi, Naana. I've been practicing. However, I usually just call her Reverend Naana. It's so much easier. However, this is the first time that she has spoken here with us as a licensed minister. She has spoken on several occasions in the past during our practitioner Sundays. But this is your first time, and I am so excited to present to you this wonderful woman. Naana hails from St. Croix, Virgin Island, and having spent most of her childhood in Puerto Rico. She arrived in the United States 2 weeks after high school to manifest her vision of a college graduation, and as it would unfold, a beautiful life for her. She was the first in her family to attend formal college and a member of the first generation where high school graduation became normalized. Up to that graduation, her entire lineage had graduated magna cum laude with honors from the prestigious University of Hard Knocks, where her maternal grandmother loved her and tutored her from the wisdom of the ages. She graduated from Cornell University College of Human Ecology, Human Development, and Family Studies. She worked many years at Fortune 500 companies in production control before an internal relocation to Atlanta as a systems engineer. Experienced her years in the mortgage industry as holy work because she held space for the dream of home ownership for so many people who have been told no. Her walk through college had been fueled by the no from her school counselor who did not think she belonged at her planned destination. Her spiritual walk continues to be more consciously sacred over the course of her life. She has been steeped in both Catholic and Protestant belief systems, ancient African spirituality, Islam, and Buddhism. Reverend Naana is the mother of 2 adult sons, and she also has a grandson and a granddaughter. She has lived a miraculous life of transformation, healing, and resilience, keenly aware that spirit is her all. Naana arrived at SLCA in 2010. Led by intuition, she set out to become a practitioner, which was achieved in 2014. She has served SLCA where needed, most notably as the lead of Spirit in Motion, our dance ministry in 2011 and through 2022. Currently, she serves as the vice chair on the global outreach communities with a focus on Africa, as well as their international living circles committees. And in 2025, she graduated ministerial school, recognizing the call which has been with her eternally. To be continued. Everyone, please welcome the Reverend Naana.
Thank you.
I love you, darling.
Love you too. Whew. This is a different view. And you're all beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Jean. Today, I just want to have a little conversation with you all. If you say talk, I'll be here forever, so it's a conversation. And it is called, "It is done unto me as I believe." I think we all have either heard or used the idiom, "I'll believe it when I see it." As such, I think we can agree that the meaning of the idiom indicates skepticism and doubt. The response implies that the speaker doesn't believe the event or the promise is likely to happen. This idiom is used when the evidence has yet to be manifested. It has not yet come to pass. In these cases, seeing equates to witnessing, verifying, confirming the results before it can be taken as truth. Seeing is believing is the corollary mantra for the physical world, where things require validation, measurement by the use of the biological systems of senses, our hearing, touch, taste, seeing, or by the mental faculties for awareness, understanding, and sound judgment. This thinking represents the shallow end of our being. And it's quite crowded at that end, since not enough people venture deeper. On this plane, I call it the human plane, we have the added distractions of cultural and social biases, assumptions, fake news, propaganda, fear, separation, which can all cloud perception by yielding an alternate route to false evidence appearing real, and errors in judgment that negatively affect what we see, and in turn what we believe and how we show up. Think a new thought. It changes our lives. Seeing with our eyes can be the precursor to believing, but beware, for seeing in and of itself can be incomplete and deceptive. Generally, what we see may merely help to prove something to be right or wrong, or we can be left hearing something without any context or proof. Even our emotional state, when distressed and overwhelmed, can lead us to erroneous conclusions. On our own, we just don't know what we don't know. We can't see the infinite possibilities of life that the Creator has in store. Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. But few indeed, when looking, see, or listening, hear. Recognizing that I introduced the idiom, I'll believe it when I see it, as skepticism, doubt at the outset, I would be remiss not to contrast believing before seeing. On this field, we need to engage the tried and true tools of the trade, the spiritual gifts, trust, and faith. What is trust? Check any dictionary, and its synonyms include certainty, belief, and faith. Trust implies an intrinsic, unquestioning belief and reliance on something. Trust in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Faith is defined as substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, serving as the foundation for a healing, transformed, aligned, and action-ordained life. Faith transforms believing outside of the realm of the intellect and the biological senses. What no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love him. There is more to this message when you look below the surface. We see that eyes, ears, and the human mind are put aside. They cannot perceive the things Spirit has prepared for those who love him. This scripture is pointing to the spiritual realm for our understanding. Things relegated to the spiritual are invisible, sacred, and available to all. We experience them to the degree of our faith. Across the major world religions, faith is the active trust and reliance on God's character and principles rather than mere intellectual belief. On the spiritual path, faith grows trust, which diminishes skepticism and doubt. In the seeker, there must be a progression, an expansion, growth, a demonstration of belief, evolving into knowing, and a demonstration of belief that shows understanding through deepened faith. A seeker who keeps moving through the dark and quiet times where efforts appear to go unrecognized, when the reward seemingly is not present, and when the door appears distant or unseen, faith powers us over the finish line. Once that line is crossed, the seeker may begin to sense and know that something has changed. There is a big difference between reading about the fire and being burned by the fire. Knowing the truth about oneself and their relationship with the divine changes everything about our life. Spiritually, the seeker begins to mature into knowing that spirit is everywhere and that we are one with it and all creation. Spiritual experience invites us to know the cross over from believing to knowing, deepening our relationship with the divine. One thing for sure, during that time of waiting and not manifesting, you're being prepared. Don't give up. Spirit neither forgets nor abandons us. We are to grow in faith so that we know that we know that we know that Spirit is our provision now and always. So we can let go of fear, doubt, and skepticism. We can grow to trust God in all aspects of life. We are to trust Spirit with every need without exception. All things are possible to those who believe. When Ernest Holmes charged us to pray without ceasing, he was quoting the Bible. Praying without ceasing directs us to the affirmative side of life. Thus, our practice of affirmative prayer. We just had Victoria lead us through one. And an affirmative mind of treatment. Science of mind practices direct us to always be on the affirmative side of life. To pray without ceasing is to doubt never, but to always trust in the law of good. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, paraphrased Jesus' Sermon on the Mount when he wrote, "As God cares for the birds who do not gather into barns, so shall we be cared for if we trust and do not doubt." A master teacher, the example, not the exception, instructed that Spirit is to be completely trusted for everything and in every instance. That trust in God becomes transformed to the trust of God. If you remember in the creation story, at no time did God look back to check to see if there was light or if there was a division. That is the trust of God that we have as our light to lead us through life, to grow into that. With practice, we do better at embodying trust in our affairs. When we trust Spirit, we can then embody the trust that God demonstrates in principles and speak power to truth, truth to power, and be the light because we know that it is Spirit who works through us. The truth can only set us free when we know the truth. In this visible law of unfoldment, we must come to trust, and although we do not see the way, we must believe that the way is and is operative. We must trust the invisible, for it is the sole cause of that which is visible. Things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. And that's from Science of Mind. All that exists is sourced in the realm of the invisible, and the spiritual undergirds everything we believe. Even in the darkness and chaos, God is all there is. There is nothing against any of us, for God is always for us. It is the knowing that directs us to focus our sight on cause, Spirit, and not the conditions, to see the healing because it is already done. Spirit answers and responds to us. We are to see that Spirit creates all things by the power of its own word, and that we are spiritual beings. We are to hear that inner voice of truth which is ever proclaiming the freedom of all life, the eternal unity of God with man. It is useless for those who have never experienced this inner seeing or hearing to deny its reality. A man might as well say there is no meadow because he has not seen one. The world needs spiritual experience as it needs bread and butter. Men need spiritual conviction as they need meat and drink. And with spiritual conviction comes all else. To those who have shall be given. So get started. Get started right now. God's grace is sufficient. And as we expand our understanding in spirit, we get better alignment in thinking, speaking, and action with the principles, discern better, and get wiser in things of spirit. We can get to know and experience the indwelling Spirit, even if we have never seen its face with our physical eyes. We begin to see evidence of God's work everywhere and in everyone. I encourage everyone to develop a daily practice to become more conscious of the ever-present one. Take some time to sit in stillness and know your divine life partner. Take a spiritual inventory. Check to see which beliefs still work and what thought patterns can be released. None of us is walking around in our childhood shoes and clothing, yet many people walk around with beliefs of the past that may be begging to be released to the nothingness from whence they came, or we picked them up, actually. We all outgrow the boxes into which we place ourselves. We discover that we cannot live without what we discover that we can live without what we once thought we couldn't, and come to love what we did not know existed. All that we do expands our consciousness. Life continues to lead us on journeys we never would go on if it were up to ourselves. As consciousness expands, so does the ability to embody the goodness of God. Expanded consciousness empowers and improves the quality of our lives. There is a power in the universe greater than I. I can use it for good. I co-create with it. I am always using the creative process, always creating. I have as much power to use as I can embody. We choose the thoughts and beliefs that create our reality, individually and collectively. It is done unto each of us as we believe, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you all.
You do not need to leave your room. Remain sitting at your table and listen. Do not even listen. simply wait. Be quiet. Still. And solitary. The world will freely offer itself to you. To be unmasked. It has no choice. It will roll in ecstasy at your feet. You do not need to leave your room.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elizabeth. So, this is the last Sunday in the month, and all month long we've been celebrating Women's Herstory Month. And we should be celebrating women's herstory all the time, but that's another story, right? And so what I decided to do, instead of looking up someone from history or her story from the past, I decided that we have enough women in this very center that we can honor and celebrate and find out wonderful things about them. We've talked about Penelope Williams. We've talked about an associate member, if you will, Wanda Nero Butler. She sings here often for us. We talked about our beloved Terry Burrell. And today we're going to talk about Ginny Lovato. Now, Ginny told me that her idea of starting a nonprofit, Draw Change, started from 3 very powerful passions: art, children, and the radical act of helping others. Jeannie's 10-year career working in the high-stakes world of advertising had led her to the kind of professional success many strive for. Yet she eventually reached a crossroads where status was no longer enough. She knew it was time to bridge the gap between her professional skills and the artistic refuge that has saved her as a child. To understand why, you have to understand where Jeannie came from. She grew up as a first-generation American in Jersey City, a community that, at the time, was often defined by the harsh realities of drugs and gang violence. In a world that felt chaotic, Jeannie found sanctuary in her art. For her, art wasn't just a hobby. It was a refuge. It was the outlet that allowed her to process the stresses of her environment and imagine a world beyond the city blocks. Art didn't just change her perspective, it saved her life. Jeannie eventually asked herself a life-changing question. What happens to children who don't have a refuge? In that moment of clarity, she took the leap. In 2009, she walked away from the corporate world to found Draw Change, a nonprofit dedicated to providing art therapy and resources to children from vulnerable circumstances. Today, nearly 2 decades later, that vision has become a beacon of hope. Under Jeannie's leadership, Draw Change has now touched over 16,000 children. 16,000 children. 16,000 children. We all were children once. We all probably at one point in time sought refuge. And Jeannie now provides that refuge for so many children. And I am so proud of you. And I want you to know deeply from the bottom of my heart, because I too was a child that needed refuge and sought refuge. And art too was my refuge. But I didn't have an angel to guide me in that art. And that's what you are. 16,000 children from local neighborhoods here in the United States, as well as vulnerable communities overseas. Jeannie lives her truth every day. She's a testament to that fact. That when a child has a crayon, we aren't giving them a tool. We're giving them a voice, a future, and a way to draw their own path to success. So in honor of Women's Herstory Month, we had the opportunity of learning about all these impactful women, and there's so many more. Every woman in here is impactful. Every woman in here is a divine part of that divine feminine, that creative process. You didn't come from Adam's rib. You came from a woman's womb. You are a part of that divine creation. And Jeannie Lobato, we thank you for your contributions to that part. All right, now is our opportunity for grateful giving. We have many ways that we can give, and your contributions continue to make the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta a divine fact, not only in the mind of God, but in all of your minds. This community, you are SLCA, and because of your contributions, we thrive. And I thank you. We all thank you. We thank you for your blessings. We thank you for your love. We thank you, all those that tune in who I have never met, but I see your names. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions, your love, your email text, your support, your Facebook, your Instagram text, your YouTube text. Thank you for letting us know that you're there. I love you all, and I want you to join with me. As you can see, there's many ways to give. You can text to give. You can go on our website and donate. You could scan the QR code. You can just give me the check. You can put it in the portals if you have cash on both sides. However you choose to give, thank you. And I love you for it. SLCA saves people's lives. It saved my life. Let's continue to make this place truly a beacon of hope and love in the community and in the world. Join me now, and let's say this in one voice. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you, SLCA.
Yes. Before we sing our closing song, I want to invite you to consider coming to our chant workshop this afternoon. It's at 4:30. We're coming up on it, unless we want to start earlier, which is okay too. And I also want to invite each of you to join with a practitioner for prayer. Either a celebration or something that's weighing heavy on your heart. We want to make sure that you feel the love and the wisdom coming from our practitioner course. So please stay in the sanctuary, and someone will come to be with you in prayer. Shall we join together and sing our closing song? Meet us downstairs for refreshments. Yeah. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. Yeah. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. Yes, we do. We see a world that works for everyone. Everyone. We love you so much. Make sure you stay in touch with each other.